Okay, this is part 24. I'm going to go to my nephew's case. Now, when my nephew, remember, he signed the plea in September. I filed my lawsuit October 2019. And then when I filed my lawsuit, they started getting served in October, November. When they were getting served, remember, the public defense prosecutor, whatever, because he was represented by the public defender, Caroline Belak, was the one who coerced him to sign the illegal plea. When I sued them for what I sued them, and I said in my lawsuit everything. I wasn't, a lot of times people sugarcoat. I wasn't sugarcoating. I was like, no, I said they was cucked. I said all that. So the public defender immediately gave my nephew's case to a pool attorney. A pool attorney is an attorney who works in the county, who would be paid, who is a private attorney, but who will be paid by the public defender's office to represent my nephew in court. My sister got a letter in November of 2019 that he was handling my nephew's case. He reviewed his file and he immediately filed a motion to withdraw the plea based on my nephew's mental health issues and his criminal record. He shouldn't have got the plea that he got, which is what I said in my lawsuit without the law degree. But it's a retaliation. You could just tell by looking at the evidence and the facts of the case what it was. So that he immediately filed that. Then there was supposed to be a motion for that. January, February, he had a court date. I went to that court date in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And March, COVID happened. COVID pushed off this case. The court kept pushing it. Now we are in February of 2021. And my sister had a court date for this. Now, basically, what happened before February of 2021, his attorney was basically saying, based on his mental health issues, he should have never got the plea. The staff at Middlesex County Jail did an evaluation of my nephew and said, evaluation, my nephew is fine when he takes his medication. When he not takes his medication, he's not fine. His attorney was saying that's not the question we are trying to establish. We're trying to establish his mental state at the time of the offense. They kept giving BS stuff. And this attorney, his name is John Cito, he did what he was supposed to do in that situation. He said no, he's going to get a private evaluation done for my nephew. Because based on his mental health issues, he should have never been offered a plea. He shouldn't have never offered a plea, shouldn't be in prison. And like what they doing to him is not right. It wasn't the way they were coming at him with a 10, nearer no early release act. This is first adult arrest. He has no adult arrest. His juvenile record is for, not saying it's major because I'm going to talk about his juvenile record or whatever, but his juvenile record was, he was in a facility, somebody beat him so he ran. That's a violation of probation. He went to his friend's house, he was using the bathroom. They charged him with a burglary for using the bathroom at his friend's house because the sister called the police on him. That's how he got a record. That's his first charge. That's why he was on juvenile probation in Middlesex County. For going to the bathroom at his friend's house and the sister calling the cops on him and saying he trespassed. They charged him with burglary, but they dismissed the burglary charge because it wasn't burglary. That's how he got his juvenile record. So here, there's an attorney fighting for him to have a private evaluation, where an independent evaluation to determine his mental capacity at the time of the offense. The state is giving them, they don't want this. The state was supposed to just get a person who say that my nephew at the time of the offense was in good mental health. That is how you counter a doctor's evaluation. The state did not do that because they could not do that. Because based on my nephew's mental health at the time of the offense, he was not in his right state of mind. A private evaluation was conducted, and it was determined that based on my nephew's mental health issues, he qualifies for not guilty by reason of insanity. He should have never been offered that plea. He should have never been given everything that happened to him. In fact, incarcerating him is a detriment to his mental health, because him not understanding what he was doing at the time of the offense and all that. That evaluation was done. February 3rd, 2021. Remember, I had a court order. I worked there, had a court order. I can't ask my sister what happened in court. I can't talk to nobody what happened in court. So I was going to appear in court. Took off of work that day. Took one of my days off of work so I can appear in court. so I can be there to hear what's going on, because this is vital to my case, because I'm alleging, and now I'm not even alleging it. I'm saying that that's what they did. They went after my nephew to target me because I'm saying that they allegedly are racist. The fact that you went after my nephew is a fact. His court date was supposed to be in the courtroom. The day of court, they changed it and made it virtual. It's COVID. Kids are homeschooling. And my two kids was home and my niece, because my sister was coming over here, so drop my niece off so we can go to court, so she wouldn't be in the house by herself, because everything's virtual. So my 3 kids was here in school on their laptops. My niece and my 2 kids, 3 kids was in the house. It's a virtual. My sister's at the screen. I'm on the side of the screen. My daughter's talking to me, asking for food, coming having conversations. The court alleged that I was talking to my sister and I was giving her answers to questions that, number one, I didn't know the questions. I didn't know the answers. And what else did they say? I mean, remember, I'm incompetent. Now, I don't know no good. I'm not smart. But now I'm giving her answers to questions that I don't know the answers to. I'm prepping her, doing all this other stuff they saying that I was doing, when I'm literally over there talking to my child and having a full-blown panic attack because my sister cursing at him, arguing with the prosecutor. I'm writing reports for this judge, writing reports for this prosecutor. I'm in my bag like, oh my, having a panic attack. They said that I was having a conversation with her, which I wasn't. It's a videotape. That's the beauty of the whole situation of this incident. I was fired for attending my nephew's hearing, and they accused me of creating an appearance of impropriety. Now, remember when I told you that when they transferred this case out, they transferred the case out because they didn't want to create an appearance of impropriety, and then transferred the case back, even though the trial court administrator said that transferring this case would create an appearance of impropriety. This case should not be here because I work there, and they kept it there anyway. Then they fired me for creating an appearance of impropriety. Remember how I said they was discriminating? Then they brought me up on charge for discriminating. Then I said the girl was racist. Then they brought me up for charges for being racist the first 2 times. Then I said that the girl was discriminating. Then they brought me up on charges for neglecting my duty. And now I'm at my nephew's hearing. I'm having a panic. And mind you, I had FMLA due to workplace harassment. The ambulance came to my job to get me twice for my medical condition, which is the beautiful thing about medical records. It's all there. Ambulance came to get me twice. My mental health at this, like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I was at this time, mentally gone. Not paying attention to the fact that my sister's in court doing this. I'm having a panic attack. She arguing with these people. My nephew, the weight of the world, if I can just say it was on my shoulders, would be an understatement. So I was fired. February the 3rd was the hearing. 2021, February the 26th, I get an email that I got a meeting at noon. At noon, they told me your services are no longer needed. Mind you, as far as I'm concerned, I was here with them. I was already here. Them firing me was one of the best things that ever happened to me. It was the best thing that ever happened to me for a number of reasons, but I'm not the type of person that could to take a lot of SHIT, and I took a lot from these people. And these people abused me for 9 years. For 9 years, they abused me. They tried to belittle me. They tried to attack my self-esteem. They tried to attack my self-worthiness. That you're not good enough. You do 200 or something cases. You supervise defendants. You have a sick child at home, and you're still incompetent for doing 200 or something cases when you've done more cases than the majority of the people in your office. When I tell you, baby, them firing me was the best thing that ever happened to me. I guess they assumed that I would be hurt by them firing me, but no. February the 26th, 2021, I was fired. That day is very, very, it's an important date because February the 26th, 1996, my father was buried. And I believe everything happens for a reason, and that day was a sign that I was going to be okay. I'll go to the next video. But February the 26th, 2021.